To Capitol Hill now. Two Republican senators are leaning into their criticism of the sweeping domestic policy bill narrowly passed by House Republicans last week. Senators Ron Johnson and Rand Paul are warning about the impact the legislation could have on the national budget.
We've witnessed an unprecedented level of increased spending, 58% since 2019, other than World War II. This is our only chance to reset that to a reasonable pre-pandemic level of spending. And again, I think you can do it, and the spending that we would eliminate, people wouldn't even notice. But you have to do the work, which takes time.
How many other Republican senators do you think share your concerns and are willing to make major changes to this bill?
I think we have enough to stop the process until the president gets serious about spending reduction and reducing the deficit.
I support spending cuts. I think the cuts currently in the bill are wimpy and anemic, but I still would support the bill, even with wimpy and anemic cuts, if they weren't going to explode the debt. The problem is the math doesn't add up. Somebody has to stand up and yell, the emperor has no clothes, and everybody's falling in lockstep on this. Pass the big, beautiful bill. Don't question anything. Well, conservatives do need to stand up and have their voice heard. This is a problem we've been facing for decades now, and if we don't stand up on it, I really fear the direction the country is going.
So, Ali Vitale, this bill barely got it through the House, and now there's some real opposition in the Senate. We just heard from Johnson and Paul there. They think it's not cutting enough. Others have expressed concerns, other Republicans even, about where they're cutting, the programs they might touch. President Trump over the weekend suggested he was fine with the senators making some changes to it, but he didn't get into any sort of specifics. What's the latest you're hearing there? What is the future of this bill as you talk to your sources on Capitol Hill?
It was always going to be a rocky road, but it's telling that Johnson was able to do what he was able to do. And I think it actually casts this process in a new light for those of us who watch Capitol Hill as closely as I and you and others do. This idea that it's usually a Senate Republican-driven process, or at least that's what senators, I think, were expecting to happen here. But the more times that Speaker Mike Johnson can come and pull a rabbit out of his legislative hat within his own conference, the more that Senate Republicans have to take seriously that the dynamics on the House side are the ones that really run the show here. And so, yes, senators are talking about making changes. When you hear Ron John and Rand Paul there talking about the fact that there might be enough Republican senators to gum up this process, that means he's speaking about at least seven Republican senators who, at least for now, want to pump the brakes. That's time that's built in. If you look at Leader Thune, for example, saying that this is a July 4th victory that they're trying to notch. OK, they've got a few weeks now to play with it, but they really can't make that many changes and be able to send it back to the House successfully. And so I think that's what we're going to be watching to see. OK, maybe they want to make some changes to the way that Medicaid is dealt with. Maybe they want to make some changes on the SALT, the state and local tax deductions. But even just both of those things would lose Johnson key Republicans on the House side. And that's where the entire process starts to get off the rails, because you're constantly doing the balancing act. And yes, senators are doing their own, but ultimately this thing has to make it back to the House and pass. And that's why Johnson has a lot of leverage here. And that's why I think the way that this has been done, Johnson continuing to show the power that he has over his conference with a big helping hand from the president. You and I have talked about that a lot. It really does change the way that senators can manipulate this bill and make their own changes to it, though certainly they will.